HarperCollins and HarperAudio present The Comfort of Monsters, a novel, by Willa Richards, performed by Stacey Glemboski. I have to say what is said. I don't have to believe it myself. Anne Carson. Memory is a mosquito, pregnant again and out for blood. Gail Jones. Prologue. Memory, of course, is also a story. It feels like the truth, especially when there is no one to dispute your recollection of events. But it is a story, nonetheless. Some moments have been elided, and others have been emphasized and made either luminous or horrific, or both. Who or what does this editorializing is not clear to me. I know it's not me, or not exactly. And maybe that is what frightens me now. I can see how much of the story is out of my control. I don't choose what is carried along year after year and what is discarded. My sister, Dee, once took her shoes off during a long road trip north and threw them out the car window. We craned our necks to watch her white tennis shoes bump down the highway behind us. And because now, more than ever, my sister's case depends on these memories, I am terrified that crucial pieces of evidence have been lost along the way. If you think of a torso as a box, you can see how someone might want to open it with his fingers. Beth Bachman. Modernity has eliminated the comfort of monsters because we have seen, in Nazi Germany and elsewhere, that evil works often as a system. It works through institutions as a banal, meaning common to all, mechanism. In other words, evil stretches across cultural and political productions as complicity and collaboration. Modernity makes monstrosity a function of consent and a result of habit. Jack Halberstam. Federal Rules of Evidence. Article 1. General Provisions. Rule 102. Purpose. These rules should be construed so as to administer every proceeding fairly, eliminate unjustifiable expense and delay, and promote the development of evidence law, to the end of ascertaining the truth and securing a just determination. March 2019. Let me try to be clear about what this is. I have a layperson's understanding of the law. Until several months ago, when I was fired, I was a library and circulation services assistant at Marquette University's law library. I'd spent most of my 5 years there studying textbooks with anesthetizing titles like Evidentiary Foundations. I often stole these books, stashing them away with the files from my sister's case so I could keep studying at home. But even so, all I can say with confidence is that the most compelling story is the truest story. Unfortunately, it's rarely the other way around. What I've learned from Graham C. Lilly's book, for example, is that when lawyers argue a case, they aren't interested in the truth. Instead, they are concerned with curating a body of evidence that is favorable to their client. The fact finder, either a jury or a judge, is then tasked with evaluating that evidence and deciding what has occurred. During closing arguments, lawyers have one last chance to shape the meaning and weight of the presented evidence and to construct a believable story, a series of plausible events that is supported by the evidence. Legally speaking, evidence is any matter, verbal or physical, that can be used to support the existence of a factual proposition. In this particular case, I bear the burden of producing evidence that will persuade law enforcement of the following factual proposition. A man I knew as Frank Cavelli murdered my sister, Candace McBride. So far, I have failed. This failure of persuasion, according to police, lies in the fact that I am missing the only piece of evidence that has ever mattered: my sister's body. No body, no crime. They've
Sample complete. Ready to continue?